is that? Usually always gets that in there. Anyway, all right. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to Nightcap with Scone, a show that was born out of quarantine when nobody doing nothing. So on a Whiskey Wednesday, we would get ourselves a pour. We'd pop on a live stream here, and we would talk about anything y'all wanted to talk about. Sometimes it's sports, sometimes it's whiskey, sometimes it's crypto and game coin. We will rock and roll tonight. We are presented by Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Gamecoin, the first sports crypto with a purpose. Learn more online at thegamecoin.net. Also brought to you by mycleanliving.net. NASA technology inside their air purifiers, proven to eliminate dozens of harmful pathogens, including COVID-19, and my girl Crystal Poche over at Restored Motions. Relief is just a session away. Check her out at restoredmotions.com. It's a little odd, man. I don't know why the Facebook screen is cutting off the Hudco logo. That's kind of odd. I don't like that. I guess we just put it over a little bit. Maybe that's our answers to do that. Okay. Problem solver. All right, let me know what y'all got in the glass. We'll say some good evenings. We are looking at NFL free agency and what could come next therein. Big day, obviously, already for the Saints. Marcus May is a New Orleans Saint, and we are waiting on the latest on Deshaun Watson. What may happen there? If he'll be a Saint, if he'll be a Falcon. A little bit on edge about all that and how it may go. It's certainly going to be formative for several different organizations. NCAA tournament, Tigers in action against Iowa State on Friday evening. Looking forward to that. LSU baseball opens up conference play against Texas A&M this weekend at the box, so a ton to get to. I have in my glass, already poured it. I finished it off, little Willet Rye. So this was it's labeled. It's a small batch. Anyway, it's the normally it's on there. This one isn't. Anyway, it's the Willet Rye. Finished it off here. So last pour. Had a little party over here with some fam over the weekend. Finished off a couple of bottles. Finished off a Four Roses single barrel. Finished off a Buffalo Trace, and now the Willet Rye. So polished off some that were hanging on for dear life, but we'll send them to their final resting place in the whiskey bin in the sky. All right, we'll say some good evenings. Let me know what y'all got. As always, appreciate y'all for being here. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you are brand new, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate that greatly. Whenever we go live, this is where we go live. So for Nightcap, for Morning Scone, this is where we are. So we appreciate you for being here with us when we do companion shows or reactions like over the weekend on Saturday when Will Wade was fired. We did a live and we did it from right here. So however you're watching, that's where we go. So we appreciate that. And then, of course, if you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Y'all know the drill. We appreciate you for being with us. Like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Okay. All right, let's say some good evenings. Holler at my Facebook people since those comments scroll off and YouTube stays. Yeah. Let's see. Joshua Mayu, your mom killed it on the bracket, one of my favorite segments. It's really weird how that has staying power. But yeah, the Mama Scone segment was today. We'll see how she does. Bo Giat, what's good? Thoughts about Watson? With the Falcons restructuring Matt Ryan, it makes me a little uneasy. As they are clearly going hard and heavy there after Deshaun Watson. And the allure for him, being from Atlanta, going home, may be too much for the Saints to overcome. It's the one thing the Saints can't overcome. So if he just wants to go home, then there's nothing you can do about that. But I think the Saints have a great package they can offer. Tyler Choate, good evening. Love whiskey. Aaron Hornsby, hey, Dad, good evening. Rick Hauk, Baker Mayfield to who that's nah, man. Listen, if it's not Deshaun Watson, I'm all in on. If it's not Deshaun Watson, then I am all in on Jameis, and I think the Saints are as well. And you can kind of put the pieces together, right? Trubisky's in Pittsburgh. Teddy Bridgewater goes down to Miami. Russ has been traded to Denver. I mean, the only other option seemingly that would make sense for Jameis would be if he went to Seattle. But they may be content to, they may be content in Seattle to play Drew Lock this year, get themselves a really nice draft pick, coupled with all of the selections they're going to have from Denver, and try to go after a quarterback in next year's class. So, Truax, what's up? Shane Duncan, Ruben Bracamonte, what's up? He said, "Dear God, no" to Mayfield. Brandon DeVille, Matt, with money out Friday, does Floyd go? I'm going to be interested to see what he does. I don't know, quite honestly, what Jay will do. And has, by the way, I don't know, by the way, that, unless if, let me check, unless if Jay said something tonight, which I don't know that he has, I don't think they've ruled Blake Money out for Friday. Because I will tell you, I know on the Riot podcast today, Terrio did say on the Riot podcast today, which resumed today if y'all missed it, that Blake Money threw today. Blake Money threw today and threw as if you wouldn't know anything was wrong. So I'm not ruling Blake Money out. For until it's official that he's out, I wouldn't rule him out. And maybe if it's not Friday, if they give him an extra day, whatever. But again, until he's ruled out, I wouldn't go that far. Seriously, I will tell you, I know this definitively, because let's say Terrio has firsthand knowledge that Blake Money was throwing today at practice without any restriction. So I wouldn't go that far. Aaron Hornsby, little TJ Mellick vodka. All right. Frank Alessi, the Willet Rye. Willet Rye is one of my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of the Willet Pot still. The Willet Rye I think is very good. The characteristic I think that makes Willet Rye distinctive is it has like a peppermint flavor to it, or a spirit, just a mint flavor to it that is very, very, very noticeable. When I taste Willet Rye, it's like the most potent part of the spirit that I taste is the mint. Tyler, do you like Old Forester? I do. I like all the Prohibition Old Foresters. I know birthday bourbon, have a bottle of birthday bourbon up on the top shelf, which is really popular too. Daniel Laurent, good evening. What do you think about the Saints going after Cole Kelly? Man, Daniel, listen, I've had some people ask me about Cole Kelly. I'm just not a fan. I saw him play in high school. The way that I would describe his arm at that point was arrogant. Big kid with a big arm, not very mobile, but he would challenge defenders by throwing into coverage. He threw a lot of interceptions. Did the same thing in Arkansas. Just wasn't very good. And I know he went through for a bunch of yards at Southeastern. That's fine, but I don't think Cole Kelly's an NFL quarterback. Prove me wrong, kid. I hope he does. I mean, I'll pull for a kid from Louisiana and hope he does really well. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. Cam Miller, good evening. Joby Thomasy, Matt, what if Watson picked Cleveland? Yeah, I don't think so, man. I see you're saying about a three-team trade to get Baker to New Orleans. Nah, man, I just don't see that happening. If the Saints don't land Deshaun Watson, it's going to be Jameis. I think at this point, that much is just abundantly clear. All right, let's say some good evenings to our YouTubers as well. Brandon, what's good? Shano Mack, what's good? Greg T, Tuesday GameCoin board meeting update. Maybe drop the hint on your Monday dinner meeting, Moon up. What I can tell you is that when in the fall, when GameCoin got a lot of attention because the price was escalating the way it did, we got a lot of attention from people, very influential people in the crypto space. And what was pretty consistent, and none of them really cared about the price dumping the way it did, because that's just the nature and volatility of crypto. It happens. It was more about the utility. And the sort of unanimous feedback that we get over and over again is we love it. get the platform launched. Get it launched. Let us see the finished product. Let us see it work. And we are so close to that. And the chum is in the water, and the sharks are circling, and it's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. The thing that most people forget is GameCoin is still just 8 months old. If it were a baby, it wouldn't even be walking yet. It's 8 months old. But man, it's exciting, really exciting. Julia Kaolelopono. Kaolelopono. Did I nail it, Julia? I hope so. Jerry DeLucky, what's up? Little 4 Roses small batch select. That's a good one. Christian, what's up, man? Let's see. Falcons seem to be taking the lead for Watson. What a shame that would be. I don't know if they took the lead or if they were just the last ones to get in the mix. Remains to be seen. No saying. Hey, Matt, some Philly insider said a trusted source close to Watson has him going to Carolina. This weight is killing me. Here's the one thing I'll tell you that is not in any way ambiguous from a completely impartial place. During AFR today, the Action Network reported that the Saints Super Bowl odds this afternoon went from 50 to 1 to 20 to 1. Basically, the Saints became a much more serious Super Bowl contender, telling you that they know something's coming, and might well be Deshaun Watson. Like, all them reports about people who think they know this or whatever, like, when Vegas is improving the Saints Super Bowl odds, I look at that and I go, okay. Scooby TD Banana, very nice. That is a Scone and Tea fan. Trivia Carter, what's up? William Engeman, does HUDCO install gutters? William, we do install gutters. Thank you for asking. HUDCO has a gutter crew now. So yes, we can do gutters. If you click the link that's pinned, fill out the contact form, boom, we'll get right to you. Thank you so much. Tremaine318, hope your son gets better soon. Seeing Watson to Cleveland is a done deal. I have not seen Watson to Cleveland a done deal anywhere, and I don't know why in any way Houston would trade him within the AFC, and I don't know why Deshaun Watson would want to go to an AFC team when the AFC already has Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and now Russell Wilson and Derek Carr, Justin Herbert. Like, it don't make no sense. Why would you want to go to the AFC? So, no, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Mark Allen, to hell with the hat, I need the shirt. You like that, huh? Little HUDCO swag. RD, the real mayonnaise kid. Can we talk about candles? Need some Ask E-Rock.
Oh.
That's the candle guy.
Oh, that's the guy who sends me some Yankees?
So, oh, by the way, there's a package at the door.
I got it.
Oh, what was it?
Melaleuca.
Huh?
No.
What's Melaleuca?
I just like cleaning stuff I use and
Okay.
soap stuff.
Out the boot. Jason Champagne, little Evan Williams, the White Llama Show. Falcons Insider says Watson's. Everybody's insider says why? Right. Everybody's insider said Watson's going to him. The one thing I'll tell you is Vegas has improved the Saints Super Bowl odds. What does that tell you? It ain't because of Marcus May. I'll tell you that much. Taz, what's up, man? Chris Allen, Julia, do you think the Saints Super Bowl odds dropping has anything to do with Watson's situation? Absolutely. Damon Hinderberg, a little Old Forester 1910. All right. Devin Kelly, what's good? Gulf South. So far, these comments, we have trusted insiders saying Watson is going to. Yeah, right. Exactly. Jamie Leday, what's going on? See, here's why. By the way, let me address that real quick. The Browns insiders, the Saints insiders, the Falcons insiders, the Panthers insiders, that's a lot like in recruiting. In recruiting, when you talk to recruiting analysts that cover a certain team, every visit was always great. Every player is always really high on that school. And the reason is because they're getting their info from the coaches. What do you think the coaches are going to say? They're going to say, the visit went great. We really think we have a great shot at getting him. Here's why they like it. Like, it's going to be all the positive things. Same with this. So, I mean, unless if you have a source with Deshaun, like close to Deshaun Watson, or Vegas, yeah. I'll just wait till the news breaks. I'll wait till Schefter or Rappaport tweet it. Taz, I want Watson. We can't lose Marcus Williams and CJ in the same year. I hope CJ's not part of the deal. Taz, I'll tell you this much, man. For Deshaun Watson, I'd give up both of them. I'd give up everybody in the secondary. I can find serviceable members of the secondary. I can't find a top 5 quarterback in the NFL at 26 years old. Unless I'm bad enough to draft in the top 5 picks and draft one and hope that he hits. This is a sure thing. He's 26. You know he's elite already in his prime. Get it, girl. What you doing over there? A little tank top arms? Yeah. E-Rock getting them tank top arms. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, get it, girl. Yeah, skull crushers. Work them triceps. Yeah. Tries get the guys. Right, babe?
That's right.
That's right. You're right. You're right. Julio Mendez. What's good, Julio Mendez? Edward Cooper. What's up? How's Drew's arm? Thanks for asking. Drew's arm's okay, man. He, for those that didn't hear, Drew had a little collision on the playground, broke his humerus. So it's the bone between the elbow and the shoulder. He broke it high, like up here. So not a complete fracture. So he's got a little brace on. He's got to wear it for 4 weeks. Got to get his pain under control. It bothers him a little bit, but he's doing okay. Tough little boy. So you know what? Honestly, it's nice to have to deal with a sort of normal kid issue for a change. So I can handle it. Bart St. Germain, Dustin Thiels, what's good? Brady Beacom, how many days until LSU football? Well, LSU spring football starts 1 week from tomorrow, the 24th. Patrick Cason, Mark Cuvion, Rick Hauk, what's going on? Oh, totally not serious about Baker. Okay, good. Robbie Welburn, what's up? Joshua Mayu. Next year, can we get E-Rock to get in on the bracket challenge? She was great during college football season. Even the Riot can join as well.
No.
They want you to get in on the bracket challenge next year with Mama Scone.
Yeah, that's y'all say.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'll do it, but like that's y'all say.
Eric, I just had an American Express transaction pop up on my phone.
I ain't got none. What is it?
I don't know. Let's just hit the little drop down. It said American Express transaction.
Maybe it's Amazon. If they charge, they ship out.
I always know when you're buying stuff, E-Rock. Always know when you're buying stuff. Jamie Honore saw a report. Taysom Hill, Davenport, Adebo, and picks to Houston. I'd do that deal. And that would all make sense financially as well for what Houston wants. Houston wants young players on affordable rookie deals. Now Taysom Hill's on a little bit of a bigger contract, but it's actually affordable if he's not the starting quarterback, which he won't be. I don't know why they want Taysom Hill, but Davenport's a really good player when he's been healthy, and Adebo could be a lockdown corner. Just finished the first year of a rookie contract. That makes a lot of sense. Melanie Wilson Willis, what's good? Dustin said, I need a new bourbon. What's good? I mean, Dustin, I got about 200 in my house. I mean, you need to bring it a little more specific. What do you like? Tell me what you like. I'll make a suggestion. Dave Clark, what's up? Cam Miller. Bill's got Von Miller. Bill's got Von Miller. They got O.J. Howard. They ain't messing around. Bills are full on making a play to go win the Super Bowl next year. Von did it in Denver. Did it with the Rams. Now they're going to try to do it in Buffalo. Gave him $120 million too. 6 years, 120. Jason Kimball, watching Nightcap while working. Driving for UPS is relentless. Well, thank you for what you do, Jason. Take good care of people, man. Take care of people's packages and be safe out on the road, man. Appreciate what you do. Cam Miller, James Ray, Jeremy Huskins, Little Weller Antique. There you go. What's up, Tyler Alexander? That's Tyler Alexander, part of Darren James and Associates, powered by EXP Realty. If you need a realtor, you call Darren James. Darren and his team are the best. Tyler's a rising star. Appreciate y'all. Let's see, thoughts on Floyd being the Saturday guy going forward in SEC play with a healthy money, of course. I like it, man. Ty Floyd has the stuff. I don't think there's any doubt he's got the stuff. And I like the idea of maybe having Mikhail Hilliard go as your Sunday guy. Veteran dude, get you off to a good start. I don't think that LSU's staff, that Jay Johnson and Jason Kelly are going to consistently ask these dudes to go 6, 7, 8 innings in the ball games, but can you get me 4 or 5? Or can you get me into the middle of the game so I can hand it off to Raiselman so he can give me 3? Then he can get me to Fontenot. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how they piece it together, and I like it. Alex Gonzalez, is Jaden Daniels on campus yet? Yeah, he's going through spring. Jason Horn, Matt Godwin. Let's see. Mark Hammond. Spending Matt's money. She's good at that, man. All right. Y'all do me a favor. 168 watching there on YouTube. I love it. 62 likes. Go ahead and smash that like button. Appreciate y'all. Facebook. Like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. By the way, if you're new on YouTube, please do me that solid and subscribe up to the channel. I appreciate that greatly. One thing real quick I did want to mention, because a lot of y'all do mention it on Morning Scone. So let me go ahead and throw it in here. Voting for the best of 225 is open. I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in the comments. Ya boy was nominated for best radio personality. And 104.5 ESPN was nominated for Best Radio Station. So you don't need to live in Baton Rouge. As long as you got an email address, you can vote. So I'd appreciate it, man. Best of 225 is a really cool thing to win because it's completely fan-oriented. It's nothing else. It's people write in their their nominees. Whoever gets the most nominations get on the ballot. And then the ballot goes live, and people have a certain amount of time to vote. So it's really cool because when you win, it's just a fan vote. It's all fan oriented. So very cool to win Best of 225. I won it once. I've been fortunate to be nominated a lot, but I've only won once. But it's really cool. So if you want to vote, I'd appreciate it. Just drop the link in the comments. Joey B19, I know you don't like multiple brackets, but I feel good about my upset bracket where LSU beats Iowa State, Colgate, Miami, then Richmond to go to the Final Four. Here's my point. But I want to clarify because that's selective hearing that some people have. I don't care if you do multiple brackets if it's a hedge. Like if it's like $5 per bracket and you fill out 10 of them, and so you spend $50 and you get 10 brackets and the payout is $250 and one of them hits, and so you've made $200 net money. Congrats. That's smart and awesome. But don't brag to me like you're the super smart basketball savant. You filled out 10 brackets. Like one of them hit. Okay. Like if you filled out one and entered that on all of them and you won, congrats. Awesome. Like you did a great job filling out your bracket. But like, don't tell me you're the super smart basketball dude because you filled out 15 brackets and one of them hit. It's just, I ain't about that action. Eric, real consequence of all these restructures, it creates so much dead cap that half our roster isn't tradable. But that's true, Eric, but realistically, how often are you going to be in a situation to make a trade like this? That's number one. Because if you sign someone to a long-term deal, generally you want them on your team. And then as long as you draft well behind that, it's fine. I mean, I don't, it's just the way they go about doing it and they make it work. I mean, the only way to really catch up is like, don't sign any free agents, basically tank for a few years to some of those contracts roll off, and then you get back within the good graces of the cap. But why do it that way when this way works the same? It's just a different route. I mean, it's all the same. Deacon Alec Campbell, Cliff Nelson, good evening. I was saying Deshaun Watson to Cleveland is a done deal. I mean, literally nobody is saying that. I don't know where you're getting that. I would think that's the least likely scenario is Deshaun Watson to Cleveland. Cole Terrell, Eric Wilderotter, glad to see the Ride back. Yeah, man, so we resumed the Ride podcast today. So it was literally a year, almost to the day. I went and looked. The last one we did was March 23rd of 2021. So we were like a week shy of a year since we've done the Ride podcast. But we wanted to resume it really for this baseball season mostly. First year of the Jay Johnson era, and that was a good time to relaunch it. So we relaunched Riot Podcast. It'll be Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Central. You can watch it live on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. It's also on iTunes and Spotify if you want to listen. Let's see. This is why I hate getting my hopes up for players. Too bad the Mannings seem to be against playing for their home team. Taz, my thing, why would Watson want to go to Atlanta with all the holes they have? Like, it's literally just to go home. I mean, that's why. He'd have a long-term deal. They'd rebuild the roster around him, and he would be home. Like, that's the reason. Like, if he wants to go home, he went to Clemson. He's been in Houston. He's got all these lawsuits, close to family, friends, support system. That's why. I mean, and if that's what he values, okay, but that's the reason why. Devin, I don't think Baker is trash. He played through some serious injuries last year. Hard as hell to play with a torn labrum, even if it's not your non-throwing shoulder. So I agree with that. I don't think he's trash. I'm not saying that. I just don't think that Baker Mayfield is. I think Baker's ceiling is lower than certainly Deshaun Watson. I think it's lower than Jameis Winston. I think Baker Mayfield is a serviceable starting quarterback in the NFL. I would say Baker Mayfield is on par with Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill. And I understand the Titans had a great year this year, but in large part, great running back in Derrick Henry. I know he was hurt late, good defense, well coached. I think you can win with Baker. You're not going to win because of Baker. I think that's the difference. And I think in this NFL, to win a championship, you have to win because of your quarterback. And he's Jimmy Garoppolo. I just don't think he's the guy that's going to win you a championship. He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. I just don't think he's a championship quarterback in the NFL. Right. Y'all smash that like button. Sorry, I lost my spot here. All right, Jerry, between her picks and the mascots or uniforms, Mama Scone's going to smoke you. I don't think so, man. Mama Scone has St. Mary's winning the national championship. I don't think it's going to go down that way. Were you surprised the Saints extended Roby? I was not, Taz. I think that's indicative of a couple of things. Number one, first of all, he can be your third cornerback. It gives you great depth. I'm fine with that. Number two, what if a trade package involves Paulson Adebo? If it does, well, now Roby is your starting corner opposite Marshawn Lattimore. I'm perfectly fine with it, especially at the number. Like, he wasn't going to be back at $10 million, which was his number for this year. So they re-signed him to an extension that lowers the number this year. I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine. Like, the only reason he wasn't a starter last year is because of the emergence of Paulson Adebo. So if Adebo gets traded, you have a starting option, and if Adebo's back, you have a great number three. All right. Eric, do you think it makes sense to hold money until Sunday? If we're up 2-0, we can give him the week off. So I wouldn't think of it in those terms. If he can pitch Friday, throw him Friday. That's easy. If he's healthy and good enough, throw him. There's no reason not to. Julia, how do you think Jameis is feeling right now? I honestly don't care. I mean, I don't mean to say it like that, but it's a business. If you're the New Orleans Saints, and you have a chance to get Deshaun Watson and you don't pursue it, that's negligent. Like, you don't make a decision based on someone's feelings.
Where did you go to college?
Who?
That guy.
Who?
Watson.
Clemson. Hal Jube and Matt, from the sources you have with LSU, have you heard names to replace Will Wade? What do you think about Kelvin Sampson? How I had somebody mention Kelvin Sampson to me. The problem with that is, first of all, he's 66 years old, but more importantly, Kelvin Sampson got himself a show cause at Indiana. Like, you can't fire a coach because of NCAA violations and hire one that's been in hot water with the NCAA before. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Irfan Sayyad, 3 1s, a 2, Eric McCoy for Watson. I think it's going to be 3 1s, 2 2s, and I would send McCoy. And here's the other caveat about McCoy potentially. While it would suck to trade Eric McCoy, you could move Cesar Ruiz from guard to center. And Ruiz is a more natural center than guard. He's not as good a center as McCoy, but he's a better center than guard, if that makes sense. So I would do that deal. Ray Moore, Should have went with Hudco. Got bad work done. Ray, I hate to hear it, man. Man, I hate to hear that. Y'all give us a shout at Hudco. Awful weather came through a couple of nights ago. I don't know if you looked at the forecast, but man, there's inclement weather with hail possibilities. It's that time of year. I mean, I know everyone thinks hurricane season, but really hail season is, it's springtime with thunderstorms and hail is really when these high winds, heavy rain, hail is when you see a lot of roof damage that maybe you don't notice from the ground. So this is the time, man, to call us and let us come do a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Like, there's no catch. It's really free. You call us, you go to the website, you set it up, we come to your house. You don't have to be home. We'll get up on the roof, we'll walk it, we'll mark it, we'll do a full inspection report. And if there's damage and it justifies filing a claim, we'll do it for you. Like, we'll help you through that whole process. And if not, great. You got peace of mind knowing your roof's in good shape. So do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Alex Barnes, got my mom ready to make the call to Hudco. As soon as the attorney gives her the green light, I felt like a salesman for Hudco telling her what I know. That's Alex. Hey, listen, you can give her my email, matt@hudcoroofing.com. I'm happy to help her. I'll help her personally. Aaron Hornsby, can we just get Brez back? Oh, Breeze. Jason, the fail cants. Maybe have given him something to think about, but the Saints still present the best opportunity to win. I do agree with that. Cole Terrell, believe all 4 teams Watson is deciding on had Super Bowl odds go up. Okay. Jesse Post, you're wrapping batches. Dylan Birmingham. What do you think the odds are on Saints landing Watson? I think they're good. Bob Simo, sipping some Grand Marnier, smoking a Nica Rustica. Cheers to that, Bob. Tyler Clavel. Same reaction to Malaluka when my wife told me. Very good. Aaron Hornsby, Matt, where's the rant? Stick around long enough. By the way, if you're new, I'll stay here for as long as y'all are here. If you're patient with me, I'll get to everybody's comments. We've done 2-hour shows before. So 187 watching on YouTube, 99 likes. We're almost at 100. See if we can smash that like button, get us to 100. 79 watching on Facebook. Much respect to all of y'all. I appreciate that so much. So I mean, almost 300 people watching, which is just phenomenal. So thank y'all so much for being here. Where are we? Jason Austin, what's good? How much heat is Razelman throwing? He's low-mid. I mean, he's mid-upper 90s. When he really rears back and throws it, he's been touching 96, 97. And wait till it gets to be 96, 97 degrees. And he really starts heating up and he builds up stamina for the season. He's going to touch triple digits this year. Already voted. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate y'all. Nunya Business. Just put beans 100 times. Thank you for ruining the chat, Nunya Business. If you keep doing that, I don't want to, but I'll have to block you. You can't just put like beans 100 times on there. Aaron said, Matt, Will Wade. What about him? Jamie Honore gives the Hudco jingle. Okay, one time, Jamie. Here's 30 seconds of the Hudco jingle.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario.
All you need is Hudco.
Call Hudco Roofing.
364
1007.
All right, Brian Broom. Christopher Phillips, I think Gail Benson understands the only way to compete is with a game-changing quarterback. It's really the only way. Christopher, I think Gail Benson just trusts Dennis Lauscha and Mickey Loomis. I mean, she essentially made Dennis Lauscha the heir to the estate. I mean, she has good people in place that she trusts. And if they say, Mrs. B, we got to go for this, she'll be like, okay, I think. That's where they are. That's why it's great ownership to work for. They hire good people and give them the autonomy to do the thing they do really well. Jason said, give me Mayfield over Winston any day. That makes no sense at all. That does not make a lick of sense. I mean, Baker Mayfield has not even remotely done as a starting quarterback what Jameis Winston has done. Both former number 1 picks. Mayfield's best season, he doesn't even have a 4,000-yard passing season. His best year was his second, where he threw for 3,800 yards, then went to 3,500 yards, and this year was 3,000 yards. I mean, man, no, golly, no, 17 touchdowns, 13 picks this year, threw 21 picks in his second year, and there's nothing there that makes me go, yup, that's the guy that's going to win it for you. There's just nothing there. Blake Oob, what's good? Tequila tonight, all right. Brenton Hodges, your mom picking St. Mary's was awesome. It's my favorite show, no doubt. She's awesome. Thank you, Brenton. Look, people love Mama Scone, so really cool. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. Like I say, I don't do the show for me. I do the show for y'all. The things that y'all want to hear, the things that register, that's what I talk about, and that's the things we do. So thank y'all. Matt Godwin, any word on Matthew to the Saints? Not really. Matt, I am really interested to see if a deal for Deshaun Watson gets done to New Orleans. And let's say, hypothetically, it includes C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, all of a sudden now you need a nickel safety, and that could be Tyron. So even though you've already signed Marcus May as your free safety, you could sign Tyron as well as a nickel safety. It may be expensive. You may not want to pay it. But I don't think it's an impossibility. When she says I'm probably going to lose, you go, yeah, I think people know it. Tony Williams, Darren Gagnon. How's Drew? Healing up? Yeah, man, he's doing good. Thank you for asking. Erica's about to put him in bed right now. Star Hill Stunners. Does anyone have a tail number on the plane Watson issues? Is that what we're doing now? We're doing flight tracker. Trusted Insider has Watson using his COVID year to transfer to LSU. Very nice. Your lips to God's ears. Dylan Birmingham, what do you think the odds of the Saints landing Watson out of 100? 58%. The best of the teams involved. I really think it's Saints or Falcons. I think the Saints give him the best chance to win, best organization, best defense. Go to Michael Thomas, you got Alvin Kamara, like a lot there. Carolina, Atlanta, Cleveland, none of them even come close to the roster I think that the Saints put forward. I just really think it's a question of, are the Saints, does Deshaun Watson want to go home? If he wants to go play in his hometown, then what can you do about that? I mean, it's what it is. Mark Allen, 6 years for Von Miller. Seems like a lot for an aging defensive end. I agree. But for $120 million, Von Miller, y'all. Von Miller, I remember being in College Station for the game in 2012. That was Manziel's Heisman year. But it was the game in College Station, LSU windy day. A&M got ahead, kept missing PATs and field goals and stuff, and LSU rallied. I think Cadron Boone had a big touchdown catch in that game. LSU rallied and won it, but they recognized Von Miller during the game. I mean, so he was already in the league in 2012. So, and that was his second year in the league, was 2012. So, I mean, he was drafted second overall in 2011. So you're talking about a dude that's already a decade into his career. He's 32 years old. You just gave him a 6-year deal. You're basically saying you think Von Miller's going to play at least 38 at a $20 million a year level. Whew. Boy, to get that deal at 32 years old, God bless. Zachary Lelou. Sir, need to give me one of those hats. Yes, sir. Hutco Roofing. Let's see. Is Johnson still holding out hope for money to start Friday, or is he out? So Darren, someone mentioned that earlier, and I'll say it again for those who maybe just joined us. Today on the Riot podcast, Terrio said, today Blake Money threw without restriction, like as if nothing was wrong. And please trust me when I tell you, Terrio would know. Okay. You can choose to believe me or not, but when I tell you, Terrio would know. You gotta trust me here, okay? That Blake Money today threw without restriction. So that's great news. I certainly don't believe there's been any ruling that he's a scratch or anything like that. So take it for what it's worth. Hey, Aunt Sharon, good evening. Christopher Phillips, think people overlook the fact Watson's a top 5 quarterback with a horrible O-line, no running game or coach. He's about to go next level if he comes here. Completely. The people that know, know. The people that know. But that's a good point. So Matt Godwin said, what about Russell Gage going to the Bucs? So Tom Brady, when he made the announcement he was coming back, called Russell Gage and said he wanted him to come to Tampa. Yo, that's hard to turn down, bro. That's hard to turn down. Let's see. King David, the only problem I have with getting Watson to New Orleans is losing players like CJ. I don't agree with you, Matt, with losing CJ or... See, here's the thing, King David. You had CJ and Ramchick last year, and you were 9-8. Why? Because you started 4 quarterbacks. You can win without CJ Gardner-Johnson or Ryan Ramchick. Amazing players. By the way, Ramchick's not going anywhere because they restructured his deal. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to be part of any deal. CJ could be. I can win without a nickel safety. I can't win without an all-pro quarterback in his bleeping prime. You know what I mean? Like, so you can disagree, but you're wrong. Like, I can find a safety. I can't find an all-pro quarterback at 26 years old. Ever. You tell me, I asked this question on air the other day, and nobody had an answer. Tell me a time when a proven all-pro top 5 quarterback in the league was in his prime was available. I'm not talking about Peyton Manning at the end of his career. I'm not talking about Tom Brady at the end of his career. I'm not talking about Russell Wilson at the end of his career. I'm talking about an established, proven, no doubt, top 5 in the league guy in his prime, 26 years old, who's available. It never happens. It's unprecedented. That's why you go all in on this. This isn't trading 3 picks to go up to draft a quarterback and hoping that it works. Mitch Trubisky, Carson Wentz. I mean, look at the laundry list of quarterbacks that have flamed out when teams have gone up to get them as they thought they're drafting their franchise. Like, this is a dude that is already established stud. Bro, like, this isn't a debate. There's nothing to debate here. Take my whole roster. If I get to start with Deshaun Watson, take my whole roster. Do the tank top arms do it for you, Scone? Jesse Post, rapping badges. Matt, take it easy on my boy Mike Tyson on AFR. I know he did some things a long time ago. He's actually a good dude now. Really turned his life around. That's great. That's fantastic if he turned his life around. And that's the point of prison, right? Is to go and rehab and to reform and to become a productive member of society again. That's completely fine. That's wonderful. But like, he's a convicted rapist, and some of you are already convicting Deshaun Watson in the press and in public opinion when a grand jury didn't even bring damn charges against him. I've told you this before, y'all. There's an old news guy. When I was starting my career, I did 4 years in news, and there was a guy, his like covering courtrooms and all that sort of stuff. And his whole thing was, his old line was, a grand jury would indict a ham sandwich. Meaning, like, it took nothing to get an indictment. That's just bringing charges. Like, the most minuscule amount of evidence to bring charges. When the grand jury didn't indict Deshaun Watson, bro, that tells me they had nothing. They had no evidence whatsoever. 6 hours of testimony, of evidence, and a grand jury doesn't bring charges? Like, I get it, man. Like, I don't want to be the one that's, like, criticizing accusers for coming forward. I get it. There's a reason, statistically, victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse don't come forward. There's a reason why, and this is why. But at the same time, you've got to be able to prove your case. And when a grand jury doesn't indict this man, bro, I mean, That's my only point. Is too many of y'all are going, whoa, what should we do? Should we really be okay with them? Okay with what? This man ain't been convicted of nothing. And by the way, who is that? Shane? Like, rapping badges. I'm fine with Mike Tyson. Okay, fine. But, like, y'all show love to a man who is a convicted rapist, and you're throwing dirt on someone who hasn't even been charged, let alone convicted of a crime. I don't want to go back to the days of Toy Cook and Robert Massey. Taz, the difference is when you got the Billy Joes as your starting quarterback, you ain't winning nothing. Even with Toy Cook and Robert Massey, you can still win games with Deshaun Watson, bro. You could win games with Toy Cook and Robert Massey now at 60 years old if you got Deshaun Watson at quarterback. Gabe Robinson, a little Sazerac tonight. All right, sir. Will Hildebrand, Casey Smith, CJ McCollum was recruiting Jarvis to New Orleans on Twitter. Saw that. That was yesterday. We talked about it on AFR. Bayou Bengals 73. Julia, seems Matt Ryan's cap hit would set Atlanta back so much that would detour Watson. I don't think so, Julia. They restructured him. And just like the Saints do, you can restructure contracts to make it work. I don't think that's the problem. The problem is the roster stinks. They're just not any good. They don't have any receivers. I mean, Russell Gage just left. Calvin Ridley suspended for the year. I mean, you don't have a good team. The Falcons are just a very bad football team. Like, he would be going to a bad team that's not in a position to compete. Gulf South, what do you think about Tom Brady Sr. saying the fake reports by Shefty and others of Brady retiring forced him to announce his retirement? Nobody forces anybody to do anything. I think Tom Brady's been getting a lot of pressure. It's pretty evident he's got a lot of pressure from outward pressure from Giselle. Things he's admitted when she said how many is enough. You know, it's like that's been the pressure and I think he was home for 2 months and realized, like, I ain't done. And what you gonna do, man? You love someone, you're gonna tell them no, don't go chase your dream. Don't go do the thing you love. Ryan Rodgers match, see the end of the Mavs Nets game. No. So I didn't. I was watching it. I went and did a Peloton ride, and then I had to get Drew ready for I bathed him and all before we started the show. And so I bathed him. When I came in here, the game had ended. So I did not see the end of it. No, I didn't. Just Jamie, just getting here. Though you probably opened with it. What you've been hearing, how did we look with the show? We talked about it a bunch, yeah. Trevor Ward, Derek Mall, Bayou Bengal, Matt, where did this alleged money Will Wade pay players come from? Will Wade himself, booster, shoe companies. So I don't have the answer. Okay. Will is talking to people he knows, disputing the $300K, saying that was never actually paid, and disputing the blackmail or the extortion was actually a VCU, a fiance of a player from VCU. So Will is out there through his channels, right, putting it out there that that these charges could have been, or these allegations could have been challenged. But it's just very clear LSU didn't want to fight that fight anymore. Scott Woodward wanted to move on. They wanted to move on, not only for basketball, for the best interest of LSU athletics. And again, I'm fine with that. I'm just not okay with how LSU did it. Like, the timing, the statement, all of that is just stupid. It was very poorly executed by LSU's collective. And Will Wade is probably going to get hammered with a 10-year show cause. Like Donnie Tyndall got 10 years. Will Wade's going to get 10 years. Like, I mean, he's going to have to go coach professional, sit on someone's bench, coach G League, something like that. Like, go international. Will Wade, he's going to get popped with like a 10-year show cause. So if that's the case, like, he couldn't be your coach anyway. So, again, I understand LSU making the decision they did. I just think the way they handled it throughout was poor. Raymond, good evening. Join drinking some Weller 12. It's my jam, bro. Drink a lot of that on Saturday. Let's see. Shane Michael, make the call. Watson the Saint tomorrow. Shane, I'm going to say it's a coin flip with the Saints and the Falcons. But you know what? What the hell? Yes. Saints. Let's do it. Aaron Hornsby, Robbie White, what's up, Matt? Found out my daughter might be throwing out the first pitch for LSU against Auburn for Autism Awareness Day. That's awesome, man. Hey, Robbie, does your daughter do Miracle League? Drew was supposed to do Miracle League, and last week, the first week, the game got rained out, and then Drew broke his arm. So now he's out. But that'd be cool, man. It'd be great to see y'all out there. It's been a long time since I've seen you, man. But that's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool. Oh, man, I lost my spot. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, by the way, if you posted a while back, my apologies. 217 on YouTube. Freaking love it, man. How many? And 68 on Facebook. Love it. Thank y'all so much, man, for watching. Appreciate y'all so much. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes on YouTube tonight. That'd be phenomenal. Got the HUDCO link pinned, both Facebook and YouTube. Of course, brought to you by HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Gamecoin, the first sports crypto with a purpose, thegamecoin.net to learn more or to purchase Gamecoin, thegamecoin.net. mycleanliving.net, mycleanliving.net. NASA technology inside of their air purifiers, proven to eliminate dozens of harmful pathogens, and my girl Crystal Poche, restoredmotions.com. Y'all, if you have pain, I went on Monday. My sister-in-law actually went yesterday. Was having a lot of neck and upper back pain, some hip pain and everything. She left. She said, I feel like 80% better after 1 hour. But if you have chronic pain and you've tried everything, injections, painkillers, muscle relaxers, therapy, chiropractors, massage, PT, OT, cupping, I've done it all, acupuncture, I've done it all. I'm telling you, the only thing I've ever done that I feel like has treated the origin of the problem and not just the symptoms, restored motion, Crystal Poche. Book a session, restoredmotions.com, restoredmotions.com. Let's see. Christopher Phillips says Jarvis coming home, going to meet with the Falcons. And I did see Nick Underhill tweeted that the reports of the Saints' interest was greatly overstated. I don't know. Christopher Phillips, who do you have winning the NCAA tournament? I picked Duke, as a matter of fact. Picked Duke beating Arizona. A little throwback. I think Duke and Arizona played in the... Wasn't Duke Arizona the final in 01? That Jay Will, Shane Battier, Mike Dunleavy, Carlos Boozer team? Wasn't that a Duke Arizona final? Matt, do you think Landry would follow Watson to New Orleans? If the price was right. Jeremy Hoskins still think the whole case against Watson was fishy. Funny how it all happened after he demanded out of Houston. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, Jeremy. I'm not going to call the women liars. What I will say is none of us know, and all we have to go on is the result of due process. And in the matter of due process, a grand jury failed to indict this man. So, I know, because I covered courtrooms, how easy it is to get an indictment. That's just a step to bring charges. You need such a minuscule amount of evidence to bring charges for a formal proceeding. They didn't even indict him. That goes to show you they didn't have shit on this dude. They had nothing. Anyway. Jeremy Hoskins, Matt, have you ever had Penelope barrel strength? Wondering if it's worth pickup. No, what is that? By the way, I do want to point this out, though. You know what? I'll have a pour of it right now. So, by the way, this is the Louisiana Select, and this was the first batch. There is a number 2, but this is Louisiana Select, if you see it. I love toasted barrel whiskey. And this is a toasted series, you can see down here, which means they char the barrel before they age the whiskey. So it gives it sort of that s'mores flavor. I love toasted barrel whiskey. And this is really good. I think of the Louisiana series, batch 1 is better than batch 2, and that's this one. I've had them both. My brother-in-law has batch 2, and so I got to try. It's good. I think batch 1 is better if you can find it. But yes, if you like toasted barrel whiskey, it's definitely worth the pickup. It's very, very good. It's tasty. Scrumptious. Scrumptiously umptious bar. All right. James Ray. James Ray. First batch was amazing. Char 5 was what I had. This is Char 2. I don't know if you can see it on the back. Char 2. But it's fantastic. All right. Hoskins, a little glass of Weller Antique. Let's keep the show rolling. You got it, brah. Y'all share that post on Facebook. Appreciate y'all for being there. Like I said, man, y'all just be patient with me. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm going to stay here as long as y'all do. As long as y'all got questions and comments, we're going to get to all of it. Taz, saw a report Armstead is waiting to see if Watson signs with the Saints. Yes, that makes sense. And if he doesn't, Ramchick goes to left tackle. James Hurst is your right tackle. And you probably draft one. Did you see what Buzz Williams said after the Aggies NIT victory? I did. Stupid. Win more games. I do video games. What's good? Chris Nelson. What's up, Matt? Drinking a little Darrener's Rabbit Hole. All right. Rabbit Hole's good. I like Rabbit Hole. Found the interview with Larry today interesting. Great show as always. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. I mean, look, full disclosure, I had Larry on today I legit thought by 4 o'clock we were going to have word on Deshaun. That's why I scheduled him at 4. I thought we were going to have finality on that. It was going to be a reaction piece to it, and it didn't happen. So we talked about a lot of other stuff, but yeah. Let's see, Robbie White. Matt, in your opinion, which bourbon over $100 is the overrated king? I don't know if it's over $100, but it's right at $100, and it's Garrison Brothers. I bought a bottle years ago when I first started drinking whiskey, and I was trying to build my collection, and heard it was really good, and that was the one. That was the one where I bought it, and I said, and I have like 90% of the bottle still full. And I said, I'm never doing this again. I'm never buying a bottle of whiskey again before I try it first. Because that's how you end up wasting money and having full bottles of whiskey on your shelf forever. So Garrison Brothers, I think, is a horribly overrated product. It is just genuinely not a good whiskey, and they charge $100 for it for a bottle. I would not recommend anyone buy Garrison Brothers. And even if you like it, it's not worth $100. I could find literally 100 whiskeys that are better than that for less than $100. Probably 1,000, maybe not 1,000, but a lot that are better than that are under $100. Brian Forrester, is this waiting on Deshaun Watson decision making me checking my phone? Oh, this waiting is making me check my phone every hour, yeah. So I keep thinking that while we're doing the show, a tweet's going to come through and like we're going to find out. Shane Michael, Godwin back with Tampa. Yep. Matt, when's the next wave of commits for 2023? No idea. Aaron Hornsby, Taz, Trey Guy, Nola Teeks1. Where were you when the Saints won the Super Bowl for the first time? It's kind of off topic. I was at my dad's house, mom and dad's house, watching with dad. So, and oddly enough, Richard Condon came over too. So, funny story, in 2006, me, my dad, Richard, and Ryan Condon all went to the Saints divisional round game against the Eagles together. And then Richard, Ryan, and I flew to Chicago to watch the NFC Championship game in 06 when they lost. Sat in Soldier Field in that miserable event. So anyway, when the Saints went to Miami for the Super Bowl, Rich came over to the house. It was me, my dad, and Richard Condon watching the Super Bowl at my dad's house. And when Tracy Porter picked six Peyton Manning, so if you're in the den and you're facing the TV, they had these like French doors to the left of the den that went out onto a deck, and there was like, in their neighborhood, it was there was like a lake in the center of the neighborhood, and so the houses were all around the lake, and so there was like a deck, and then I like ran onto the deck, down the stairs, and was just lapping the house, just yelling, "Hoo-da!" Just like outside of my mind, like this enormous emotional release. Because think about where they were in the game at that time. Saints had the lead, but Peyton Manning's got the ball, and they're driving, and you're just thinking, God, this can't happen. And then Tracy Porter pick-sixed him was just, euphoric, man. Absolutely euphoric. The 2-point conversion from Lance Moore. It's just you felt it, right? You felt it was coming. It was awesome. Trey Guy, evening, Mike. Matt, I like the Hudco uniform. Yes, sir. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Hudco pinned in the comments. You need a roof inspection. Free, no obligation roofing inspection. Literally free. There's no catch. Like, and you don't even have to be home. You don't have to do anything. Like, you just fill out that form. We'll schedule a time to be at your house. No one has to be there. We don't have to come in. We'll go up onto the roof. We'll mark it. We'll walk it. We'll do the full inspection. We'll file a full report with pictures and everything and let you know if your roof's in good shape. It's totally free. Like, there's literally no charge. Like, that's how you prospect. It's just you go get up on roofs and you see if there's damage. And if there is, you file a claim. And if there isn't, then you let the homeowner know you're in great shape. All right. Gabriel Fernando, when will Watson's results come out? What results? You mean like when will he pick a team? I thought it was going to happen today, quite honestly, but I would think by tomorrow. It just can't go longer. Like, you always have this first wave of this initial wave of free agency, and then the market settles, and then you have a second wave with sort of the leftovers, for lack of better words. Like, Watson's got to be part of this because major dominoes can't fall until he picks a team. So it's got to happen. Jesse Post, the whistle blown in the Hudco jingle is 1990. So anyway, Jesse, yes. It was a take on two things, and Toby Tomplay did the jingle. New Kids on the Block, Hanging Tough. That's the whistle. And then the Diesel Driving Academy theme. If you remember, when you can drive a truck, you got a job, my friend. So when it goes to call Hudco Roofing, that's like call 1-800. It's call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007. So little sample of the diesel. We wanted to do an entire jingle that was sampling the Diesel Driving the Cat. Like we worked through Toby worked through one whole thing that was like, when you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario, guys from Hudco. Call 225-364-1007 or something like that. Like, we literally put together a jingle that was the Diesel Driving Academy theme. And we reached out to Diesel Driving Academy to see if they would let us. It was big, but anyway, we went another direction. All right, Marcus Wilson. Do you think the Saints can get another playmaker at wide receiver? Yes. Draft, if not free agency draft. Ryan Wooldridge, Matt, thoughts on Scott Hall, died at 63. I saw that. So I don't really remember him as Scott Hall. I remember him as Razor Ramon. Like, my wrestling fan days were like from 89 to like 92, 93-ish. So I have no concept of all the stuff he did after. I just remember Razor Ramon, oozing machismo, toothpick, flicking it, all that stuff. Let's see, AJ, do you see Callaway as the number 2 next year? I like Callaway much better as the 2 than the 1. But I like, if they can get one more in there, I like Thomas, a number 2, maybe in the draft. Callaway, Deontay Harris Hardy. That's going to get used to. That's going to take some getting used to. The Lisp, what's good? Aaron Hornsby, Brandon, Matt, can you find something to rant about? Nightcap was a little dull without at least one rant. I don't know, Brandon. I'm feeling okay right now. I got me a little Penelope here. Waiting on Deshaun Watson. I don't know. Someone would have to set me off, and I don't know that I'm feeling it right now. My rants are organic. I'm not making that up when I get passionate about something, so I kind of have to feel it. Might happen. We'll see. But maybe you just have to wait. AJ, the Falcons better not get Watson. I agree with you. Blake Linksweiler, what's good, man? Matt just joined. We have good news. Not yet, man. Blake, do y'all sell standby generators, by the way? That's Blake Linksweiler. Linksweiler Electric, great people. Met Blake at Pluckers years ago. Y'all still sell standby? I need a standby generator. Eric has been bugging me about that for a long time. We got to get one. Got to get a standby generator. For some reason, our power here in this neighborhood goes out all the time. It's like the wind blows, we lose power. And for Ida, we were out for like 8 days. I mean, it's bizarre how easily we lose power, how long it takes us to get power back. So, and with Drew's stuff, like he's got medicine that has to be refrigerated and a lot of like I mean, if he ever had like a desaturation, we had to put him on oxygen. Like we got to have his concentrator plugged in. Like there's just things where gotta have power. So I need to do that. You gotta do that. Aaron, thank God we have people on earth like the Drewster. Thank you, man. That's so kind. I always say Drew is my daily dose of perspective. Whatever seems bad is never quite as bad. Whatever seems good is never quite as good. Whatever you're worrying about really don't matter. This is my daily dose of perspective, man. Derek Abshire, too fast for death. What's good, Scone Dog? No, the Von Miller contract is voidable past the 4th year. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, can you imagine? Oh. So that's an important, and I hadn't looked at it yet, but that's an important number. Because if you remember, Donovan McNabb signed a similar contract with Washington. He signed like a $75 million contract. You're like, oh my God, 75. Like, it was totally voidable. Like after the first year, they paid him like, there was nothing guaranteed in it. Then he got 1 year and then they cut him and it was like off the books. It was like no big deal. It's the way NFL structures contracts. And it's like, that's on the PA because the PA does a terrible job with structuring their labor agreements. Like the NFL wants no weed testing and fewer contact practices. And as a result, the owner's like, okay, we want to pay you less money. They're like, we can smoke weed though, right? Stupid. Hey, Rosie Kammerer, who do you think will be Will Wade's successor? So I had an interesting convo about that today. And I'll just tell you, I was talking to Hannah Griffith about this earlier today. And he is staunchly in the category believing that Scott Woodward's going to pay someone $6 million a year. Because that's what it's going to take to get a big name coach to take this job, considering sanctions looming and all that sort of stuff. Could Scott Woodward go get Tony Bennett from Virginia? They missed the tournament this year. He's won a national championship. Could he go get Tony Bennett, who has ties to Louisiana, he and his wife? Could he go get Tony Bennett and say, we're going to pay you, he's making $4 million right now, so we're going to pay you $6 million a year. We're going to give you a 6-year deal. Would he do it? Maybe. If Scott Woodward got that kind of pull, that would be stunning. I mean, that would be his greatest achievement. If Scott Woodward gets a premier coach to take this job at a place where basketball will never matter as much as football, where you're facing sanctions, serious sanctions, postseason bans, scholarship restrictions, if he gets a premier coach to take this job, by far his best sales job ever. Gregory Flitter. Jason Kelly said money might go this weekend, but not Friday. Makes sense. Dylan Birmingham. Would Matt Ryan and his contract make it difficult for Deshaun to go to Falcons? No. Von Miller only got $40 million guaranteed. Only. Shane said we could possibly have Breeze and Watson for 25 years of service combined. And all will cost the organization is 3 ones and a few players. Sign me up. Great perspective. Joey B19 has an AD to school hired a football, baseball, men's basketball, women's basketball coach in 12 months before. That's crazy. I'm sure it's happened somewhere, but Joey B, it's never happened here. I was having that conversation this weekend with Jacques Doucet, and we're trying to think of when. And the closest we came up with was a span from when Nick Saban left at the end of the 2004 season. They hired Les Miles. Pokey got fired. Smoke got fired. And then John Brady got fired. And that was in '08, spring of '08. So from like Nick leaving January of '05, Christmas of '04, but January '05 to spring of '08, that 3-year span that replaced all four. I think we determined that was the period where they all got replaced in the nearest time. This has been in 11 months. Scott Woodward's replaced 4 in 11 months. It's incredible. Nola Teeks, what's up? Watson might be suspended for a lot of weeks. Maybe. Let's say suspended for 6 weeks. Okay. What about the next 10 years? I'm good. Anders Antley, Matt, how's Drew's arm doing? He's okay. Thank you for asking. Yeah, man. Dealing with some pain. We're getting it under control, but he's good. Thank you. Let's see. Shit. Fuck no. AJ, what's good? Aaron Hornsby. Matt Lusto. Sipping the Owl. Very nice, Matt Lusto. Leaving Friday noon if you decide you want me to get you to that spot. Let me, shoot, man. Push comes to shove, it may just come down to it, bro. So Matt Lusto came across a bottle of Kentucky Owl 10-year rye batch 3, which is my favorite rye ever. I have a bottle up on my top shelf, but hang on. It is low. I mean, it is flow rye to low. I mean, we are low. This is my favorite rye ever. It's the Owl batch 3. I'm sorry, this is, ooh. Check that, Matt. My mistake. This is batch 2. I screwed up. Batch 2. But I have 2, 3, 4 back there. My mistake. Batch 2. Let me sample 3 again and see if I like it as much. Club Zydeco, what's up? Landon Van Steen. Oops, where are we? Oh, man. With what cap would we sign Teron Armstead if we get Watson? Remember, so if you get Deshaun Watson, you would sign into a long-term extension. And so you could make the first few years like minimal cap numbers with a large signing bonus. So they'd make it work. Aaron, where's your cigar? I'm inside, no cigar. Jordan Commander, Scott's lost his mind thinking he could do better than Will. We're so screwed. Maybe, but I'm going to remind you, there's a really good chance Will Wade's going to get a show cause and he'd be out anyway. Lane O'Glee, finally making Nightcap. All right, Lane, appreciate that. Y'all smash the like button. So we're still over 200 people watching on YouTube, and we're at 49 on Facebook, so 250 watching, which is awesome, at 10:20 on a Wednesday night. Y'all are awesome. I love you. Thank you. We're at 170 on the likes on YouTube. Smash that like button. If you're watching on mobile, X out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, hit live chat again. The comments will come right back. We can get over 200 likes. I know we can. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Tony Williams, I hope we get Scott Drew. I don't see Scott Drew leaving. Chance Babin, Larry Holder is tight with the picks he doesn't own. Right. That was crazy. Larry didn't want to trade the picks. Wait, hang on. I had to carry Drew. Hang on. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Erica was trying to carry Drew to bed, and she was like, I can't carry him, help me. I was like, okay. Love putting my little boy to bed. I know he'll outgrow that someday. I cherish those moments while I can. It's actually my favorite part of every single day. He falls asleep on the couch every night, like on Erica. Like she holds him and he falls asleep. Like they cuddle on the couch, he falls asleep on her every night. And then I pick him up and carry him to bed. It's the only time when he's like truly like submissive. You know, he doesn't really like ever just want to snuggle me or anything. So yeah. Let's go. Tang top arms. Tang top arms. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get you some curls, girl. Let me see them presses. Yeah. Hey, lift them glutes. Let me see that there it is. Let me see that decline press. Yeah. Yeah. Get that lower chest going. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My girl got them 10s. She pushing 10s right now. 10s. That's where it's at right there. Them 10s. It's in blood. Isn't it, Erica? Them 10-pound weights. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get that leg up. Yeah. Get that leg up. All right. Cody Bruce. What's up? Friday we start the NCAA tournament. I'm excited about it. Matt, do you see LSU making the Sweet 16? No, I think they'll beat Iowa State. I think they'll lose to Wisconsin. Is Hammergriff pushing Napier for the basketball job? Speaking English, I'm not pushing Napier. Stephen Beach, Owl 4, okay. Chance Babin, think of Louisiana coach. One with strong ties that want to be a savior. Nope. Caleb Kaiser, PFF said Watson decision could take a couple of days. Hope not. Bengal Tiger, Wade's gone. He'll be fine. LSU will recover. Turn the page. Agreed. Gulf South, if you could, would you have Wade in studio to air his side of things? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? 100. I'm sure LSU wouldn't let it happen. Fuck LSU. What's LSU going to tell me? I can't have a guest on my show? Fuck them. They don't run my show. Hey, who's my dude that wanted to rant? Here you go. Like, LSU don't run my show. I'll tell you this, fuck. In 12 years of AFR, not once in 12 years, has anyone ever told me, ever, at LSU, at Guarantee, anyone ever, let me be abundantly fucking clear about this. By the way, I'll get the Nightcap late in the night. You know where it goes. No one's ever told me what the fuck to say on my show, ever. No one has ever told me what guest I have to have, what I can say, what I can't say, what I can't ask, what I can or can't ask. If that day ever comes, I fucking leave the job I'm doing. I'm nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's fucking mouthpiece. I do the job that I do, that I'm paid to do. I give honest opinions. Some of y'all love it, some of y'all hate it, but everybody fucking respects it because you don't bullshit anybody. If you ever fucking think that I'm gonna sit there and like let LSU dictate to me who I can fucking have on my show or what I can or can't say, fuck that. The day that happens, I'm out. Gordy, Flynn, my bosses, they know it. The day that happens, I will fucking walk. I am nobody's fucking puppet. I'm not here doing no goddamn fucking show for, like, that's why, like, the LSU media that they put out, it's all fucking propaganda. It's in-house shit. You'll never hear the other side of things. Why would anybody listen to that shit? And I like those people. Those good people. Those are friends of mine. Talented people. But fuck. Go read a game story. Go read a fucking game story. They'll never write about an error. I mean, why? Because it would be talking about a mistake a player made. That's part of the fucking story. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. Let's do this together. Last night, LSU played Tulane and won 7-5. Pivotal point of that game, Gavin Dugas drops the ball in left field, 2-run score. LSU's up 6-2, they're fucking cruising. Gavin Dugas, great player. Great fucking player. Love Gavin Dugas. Had lunch with him at Brewbachers with the HUDCO crew when we were talking about HUDCO. Love Gavin Dugas. Seriously, I think he's a fucking stud. Big play. Drop the fucking ball. Let's do this together. Let's do this exercise. LSU Sports. I'm going to go to the LSUsports.net write-up of the game from yesterday to see if they mention the Gavin Dugas error, which cost LSU 2 runs, which turned a 6-2 rout into a 6-4 nail-biter in the 7th inning. Let's see. Blobbity blue. Blobbity blue. Jay Johnson, fans got their money worth, blah, 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 blah. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up with the Tigers leading 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. No mention of that error. Huge error. Like, it's a huge point of the game. How can you tell the story of the game without mentioning that? That's what you get when you read the propaganda. Go read LSUsports.net. Go listen to their fucking podcast. Go watch their videos. It's fucking fluff. That's all it is. Like, because it's in-house production. They're not going to ever tell you the bad side. If you just want to, like, guzzle the purple and gold bullshit, go read their stuff. Go listen to their stuff. Not me, bro. I'd put Will Wade on the show tomorrow for 3 hours if he wanted to. My obligation is not to LSU. My obligation is to my audience. I do my show for my audience. Fuck. LSU wouldn't let it happen. Fuck that. But LSU's never going to let Will Wade talk again? Will Wade may not talk. It may not be until after he gets a show cost. He's probably going to get a show cost from the NCAA. And at that point, he'll have whatever length of time. So he may tell his side of the story then. May not. May not. Maybe after a length of time he might. But fuck. Shit. You ever think I would let LSU dictate what I say on the air? Fuck that. I don't work for LSU. Nick Wachtel, Matt. Been watching the videos for about 6 months. You're my favorite channel to watch regarding Saints stuff. Much love. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Nick. Love you, man. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Young City 9th Ward, what's good? Nola Teeks. I wonder the exact words when the Saints won the Super Bowl. There might have been some vulgarities. Oh, cool. Robbie, what? Your daughter? In Gonzales. Okay. We do Miracle League. We're supposed to do Miracle League at Traction on Tuesdays. Let's see. Todd Dupree. Brandon, spending the night with the goat. We need some rants. There you go, Brandon. There was your. Brandon, I hope you're watching. There was your rant. How far do you have Tennessee going? I'd have to look at my bracket. I don't know. Really, true talk, y'all. Like, I don't put a ton of stock in the bracket. Like, I fill out a bracket. I think it's fun. I like to watch, but like, how many people just know Loyola Chicago basketball, and that's why they picked them in the Final Four? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on. I mean, you get lucky. It's fun. It's something to do. Wager on, gamble. But I don't know. I fill it out. I don't put any time in it. I literally I get the bracket. I just go boom, 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 without any idea of who I'm going to pick to win it all. I just fill it out and just boom, 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 boom. And I ended up with Duke. I ended up with Duke beating Arizona. Taz, tell you what, if Watson doesn't pick the Saints, they're going to pay for it every time he plays us. Sean Landry, Matt, appreciate your work with AFR Saints. Always enjoy listening to your take on Saints football. Hoping Watson picks us, even though Atlanta is very much in play. So, Sean, keep in mind, man, thank you so much if you're still watching, but AFR Saints, for the way we do it, just so y'all know, I do a daily radio show, which is streamed also on YouTube, and we take clips from the show and repurpose it on AFR LSU and AFR Saints. So, like, if you want to watch the full 3 hours live, you can, or delayed, however you want to get on demand. Or you can watch the videos, AFR LSU, AFR Saints, just sort of like compressed content, however. Either way, but that's why we purpose it that way, man, so everybody can consume however they want to consume. But if you ever want to hear something live as news is breaking, man, jump on the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel from 3 to 6 p.m. Central. That's where we're live. Ryan Rogers, any single malt you recommend? I'm not a Scotch guy. Jerry, sometimes I buy all the airline bottles of whiskey to try before the regular size bottle. Devin, Steve, Port Allen, stand up. Tracy Porter, yeah, man. Tommy Poole, love Sazerac, love it. Other affordable ryes, yeah, man. Pinhook rye, $30. High West double rye, $30. 2 great ryes. I would say Sazerac, Pinhook, High West double rye, 3 awesome ryes to start with, all less than $30. Caleb Kaiser, how come you don't have super chats? Caleb, I just don't want to monetize my audience ever. The way that I just believe it is I work hard. I give to my audience, community, whatever, however you want to term it. If I'm doing a good job, you will all watch, and then I'll get sponsors. And the way that you can help me is by supporting my sponsors. You can support HUDCO. You need a roof, you call HUDCO. Y'all check out GameCoin. If you're learning about crypto, check out GameCoin, thegamecoin.net. Check out mycleanliving.net, the air purifiers I talk about. Check out Crystal Poche at Restored Motions. Like, that's how you can help me. I know Super Chats allow your comments to get seen first, and so that's appealing to some people. I just don't want your money. I don't want your money. I just don't. So, that's fine. And some people have said, we'll do Super Chats and give the money to charity. I mean, I guess I could. I just don't want your money, man. I don't want y'all to ever pay anything here, ever. I hate paywalls. I just believe if you're good at what you do, people will be loyal to you and they will support your sponsors because as a thank you for the work you do. And I'm proof of that because I've done AFR for 12 years, man. And I'm so blessed because I got so many sponsors that have been loyal to me and me to them and my audience to them. And it's this whole sort of symbiotic relationship that benefits everybody. And I love it, man. So that's why. Glizzy OG, quick question. What do you think about OBJ Jarvis coming to the Saints? I don't think OBJ will. I'd love it if Jarvis does, but it sounds like that's not going to happen. Jacob Gonzalez, what's up? Devin Steve, Saints from 50-1 to 18-1. I started at 20-1. Mont Dog, can we get Matty Ice for cheap if we don't get Watson? I don't think so, man. I think they go to Ryan's going to be on the Falcons roster this year no matter what. Next year, he might be a cap casualty. What about Allen Robinson? Love it. Look, as bad as the Saints were at receiver, you give me a dude that's a legit number 2 behind Michael Thomas, I'm down. You can throw out almost any damn name and I'd be good with it. Jesse Brown, hope Drew's feeling better. Thank you, man. When do you think we'll hear a decision from Watson? I thought we'd get one today, so hopefully tomorrow. Let's see, Jacob, think they handicap Stone. It's probably Watson, so he doesn't throw interceptions. Wish he could have played a complete season. Winston. That was Winston. Mont Dog. LSU recruited Shaq. Basketball always matter. Mont Dog. Shaq. So the Shaq story was because Dale Brown formed a relationship with Shaq when his dad was in the military in Germany, and Dale Brown did a tour event in Germany, and Shaq came up and talked to him. I mean, y'all probably heard the story, but that relationship started when Shaq was an 8th grader in Germany. That's how that started. So when Shaq was a stud player out of San Antonio, he had the relationship with Dale Brown from the time he was in the 8th grade. Shaq didn't come here because LSU was awesome in basketball. He had a relationship with Dale Brown. LSU basketball will never matter here the way it does at Kentucky or Duke or UCLA or Arizona or North Carolina or Kansas. That's just real. It's just never. When it's good, people will support it. When it's bad, people will just not care. Cooper Zarantz, what's good, man? Joey B, how do we have enough money to pay all of our coaches top 5 money but struggle with getting the players NIL money? Something I would tell you to keep in mind, man, is did I miss a whole bunch of comments? Oh, I did miss a whole bunch of comments. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, y'all. I bypassed. Somehow we missed we missed a bunch. All right, I'm going to start right at the bottom and go back up. Here's the problem with NIL money, Joey B. A couple things. Number one, if you're a business owner, you're giving money to LSU, TAF, whatever, generally you get a benefit of that, right? If you're donating to LSU, you get tickets, you get priority points, you get suites, you get parking, all that sort of stuff. You give money to NIL, you don't get shit. So that's one. Two, you gotta trust me that I'm not guessing here. Like I'm connected enough with enough people that know the money flow and the boosters and everything at LSU to know that LSU has some deep pockets. But the roster of deep pockets isn't as long as other places. And so what happens is when you go to these people and say, hey, I need $17 million to buy out Ed Ogeron. I need $100 million to pay Brian Kelly. I need $2.5 a year for the women's basketball coach. I need, you understand my point? Like, now I need X to pay a basketball coach. Like, and now you're going to go to these same people and say, hey, by the way, we need you to start paying the players. Like, some of them are just going to say, fuck you. Like, the roster of deep pockets just isn't as long. And the collective didn't get organized the way it did in other places, most notably Texas A&M, early enough. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, Scott Woodward knows the guy to call to get Kim Mulkey paid. He knows the guys to call to buy out Ed Ogeron. And then you're going to go back to them same guys and be like, by the way, can you float dude 50 grand? Can you float dude 100 grand? Think back for what? Trent Martin, been on a rock all day. What are the chances we land Watson? I'm saying 58%. Better than 50-50. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Troy Abear, maybe stupid question. What's a show cause? A show cause, if a coach gets a show cause penalty, they cannot coach in the NCAA for the length of that show cause. It's basically a suspension. Devin, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? I think so, Devin. I do. He won an MVP. He got to a Super Bowl. He's going to be in the top, let's see. Longevity will be kind to him. In the all-time passing leaders, he is at number 8. So he's top 10 all-time in passing and still active. So he will pass Dan Marino and very likely Phillip Rivers as well. So you're talking about a guy, he's got a shot at 5,000 yards. He passes Marino, Rivers, Roethlisberger. Like, he's got a shot at finishing his career as the 5th all-time leading passer in the NFL. So yes, I do think that Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Let's see. Thanks for answering our questions, Matt. You got it, man. Thank you for watching. Danny Bray, my boys are 4 and 7. I have to snuggle them both to bed every night. My favorite, yeah, man. Dude, there's just nothing like it, dude. It's, Drew is oh, splash. What a shot. Dude, Boston is putting it on Golden State right now. They're about 24. Oh, splash. I don't know how people watch college basketball. Like, I don't know how you watch I'm watching Boston Golden State. I don't know how you watch the NBA and then watch college basketball. I mean, it's like watching sprinters and then slow motion. It's like the speed, the skill level, everything in the NBA is just the size, the power. It's just, I mean, if you don't have a rooting interest in the game, like a team you're pulling for, or if you don't have money on the game, ain't no reason to watch college basketball. It's not a good product. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about Drew. Yeah, so like Drew's like a lot of sensory stuff. Like Drew never just like comes up and is like, "Oh, hug me, daddy," or "I love you, daddy." It's just he's not. So like it's hard to get those, those daddy snuggles and all that stuff. So whenever he falls asleep is the only time where he's asleep. He's submissive, so I can just like hug him and kiss him and just love him and talk to him and like anyway. Some things you just take, you never think that, you just, I guess, take for granted. You make an assumption like you'll always have that, like, I don't know, I think about that a lot. Like grandkids, we'll never have grandkids. But Drew's our only, and so I won't get that. It's okay, I'm blessed. So you just appreciate the moments that you have. Seth Rushing, Matt, you the motherfucking go. Thank you, Seth Rushing. I appreciate it. Let's see, Todd. Will you ever do a podcast with Condon where he tells stories from the past? I can do that. I'm totally down for that. I think there's a lot of people who would appreciate that. Just to have that on the record. Ooh, are the Lakers on? Wait, shit. Or were you just saying right now? Are the Lakers on? Celtics, Warriors. We don't have Lakers, never mind. They might be on, but it's not the national game. I don't have NBA. Or are they on NBA TV? I'm on. I'd have to log in. Anyway, are they losing? Please tell me they're losing. Toronto's beating the Lakers at half 54-44. We don't have. Fuck, I can't get that game. Where's that televised? Damn it. Is that just local markets? Must be. I would love to watch them lose. Chance Babin getting Watson would take with the sting away from the Wade situation. Matt Ryan would be perfect fit for Indy. Lakers got embarrassed again. It's not over though. Lakers are losing 54-44, yeah? Julio at 33, got anything left to think? I'll tell you this much, Travis Young. I would take Julio at 33 as my number 2 alongside Mike Thomas. Eric Trosclair, man of the people. Thank you, Scone. You got it, bro. Shoot, honestly, y'all, man, I say this. I know y'all, we're going on an hour and 37 minutes right now. I say this often. I think it was probably in relation to my comment talking about super chats and not monetizing the audience. I say this honestly, y'all, and I mean this as like some of y'all may think it's bullshit. I mean it as sincerely as I can possibly say it. There's 173 of you watching on YouTube and 40 of you watch. There's 220 of us, whatever, 210 of us hanging out here on a Wednesday night having a drink. But y'all, I'm so grateful for all of you. Like, you don't understand. I don't know even how to express this. Like, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. If you all don't listen to the show or watch the show, like, there is no show. I'm just a guy in a room talking to myself. So, like, especially in this era of not only radio, but digital media, podcasts, blogs, vlogs, like, there is more content created now than ever in our world's history. Like, you have an infinite amount of options of shit you can listen to or watch or whatever. I mean, just fall down a TikTok rabbit hole for 4 hours. Whatever. So the fact that people actually take time to watch the show, listen to the show, interact, like, I'm so humbled by it. Like, seriously, I mean that in the most sincere way possible. It's just awesome. Like, I'm so super grateful, and I never take that for granted. But similarly, because that's the reality, I also realize that at any point, like, y'all may decide I suck shit and never watch me again. Y'all may decide my whole thing, my persona, everything, the way that I do my show, it's tired, it sucks, you're over it, you don't like it anymore, there's someone else, and y'all never watch me get fine. I'll go dig ditches or some shit. Like, I'll figure out a way. Like, I'm good. I'll figure it out. But I'm just, dude, like, I'm serious. I mean it. Like, if y'all didn't watch, I'm just a dude in a room talking to myself. So I'm just grateful, man. Like, we've had so much success in the past 12 years, man. AFR has won a crap load of awards. We win the ratings every book. Like, I mean, our ratings are, I'm not going to go into it, but our ratings are the best. The revenue we generate is, I never would have thought. I mean, in awards or whatever, but it's crazy, man. So I'm just grateful. So yeah, I'm a man of the people because I do the show for y'all. And if y'all don't watch, I don't fucking do a show. So, I go watch Netflix and shit. But anyway. All right, so thank y'all. That's all. Trent Martin, Matt feeling good right now. Got that smooth whiskey. No, I'm good, man. I'm empty. I had my pour. I'm good. I mean, I'm good. I'm just telling y'all honest, man. Never bullshit y'all on anything. Seth Rushing, how long have you been doing radio? No, Kyle, it's not been 12 years. I've been doing AFR for 12 years. I started in radio May of 2003. That's the part like most people don't know about me. Like, I started in radio my junior year at LSU. It was May of 2003 at Citadel Broadcasting in Baton Rouge. I was a part-time promotions intern. I board opt for dog show remotes and bullshit. Dressed up like Buzzy the Bee on B103 for remotes we had. Cleaned out the fucking prize closet. Changed light bulbs in the building. Y'all understand, man. I worked for 7 years. I worked for 7 years in radio before I got AFR. And that was my first full-time job. I was 7 years in radio with a college degree before I got a full-time job. Like, yo, media is a fucking grind. People don't get it. Like, I laugh when people are like, they're going to start a podcast or a vlog and think you're going to be the next Barstool or some shit. Maybe you will be. God bless you if you do, but most people just don't have the fucking dog, the grind to go gut it out and just wade through shit to make it. I mean, I know so many people that are talented that tried their hand in this business that quit because they couldn't make any money, couldn't make ends meet, and just quit. So, man, I'm gonna go get a real job. I mean, it fucking happens, dude. So, man, it's funny to me, like when people say, "Oh, man, yeah, I've been listening to you since your time with Condon at the Score." Well, I was at the Score 12-10 in Baton Rouge from 07 to 09, 7, 8, 9, so 3 football seasons. And, but y'all, like, I had already been in radio at that point for 5 years of my career. Well, 4 years when I went, so 03 to 07. Like, I was already a young professional when I went to the Score, but nobody knew it because nobody that listened to sports talk listened to the shit I did in news talk or on rock radio, on Rock 93.7, or, you know, when I was on B103 or any of that shit. So, but bro, it's fucking grind, man. See, Brand's like, we're glad you didn't quit, but y'all think about it. Like, this is the thing. Like, I get asked to talk to students a lot, like a lot of college classes and stuff. And I tell them this all the time. It's like, I used to give terrible advice. We're going deep now. Like, you can tell this is a passion point for me. And some of y'all watching, maybe you have like kids or grandkids or nieces, nephews, maybe you who want to get into media. Like, I used to, when I was, say, 10 years ago, when I would get invited to go talk to college classes, I gave, now with hindsight, I gave awful advice. I used to tell them, I was like, y'all, you got to decide what you want to do, and then every decision you make professionally needs to lead you on that path. It was terrible advice. And I used to, because the way I thought about it is, man, if those 4 years I did news, if I had started in sports, I'd be 4 years further in my career at this point. But that's just fundamentally false. Like, the lessons I learned having the experiences I did early in my career shaped what I am now. And I can see that with hindsight. And I look at it now and I go, fuck, I'm 39 years old. Like, you know, I'm still young. Like, I've been doing radio since 03. So 19 years. May will be 19 years I've been doing radio. And I'm still only 39. Yo, I ain't even close to being done. So it's like, bro, if I could tell people, just be patient, man. Like, it'll happen. You can have you just gotta be patient. You just gotta be willing to eat shit, to grind, to go after it, man. Most people just aren't. That's the difference. See, Todd, been listening to you since you were bored off for content. See, and like, that's when most people in sports became aware of me, but I was already deep in the game. Like, Richard and I worked together for 4 years. Richard and I got fired together at Citadel in November of 05 after Katrina, after we fucking grinded 16 straight days, wall-to-wall coverage, covering Katrina. I did so much shit. I would be there. I would produce from like noon to 7. I'd be on the news desk from like 7 to midnight, and then I would anchor from midnight to like 6 a.m. and then go sleep for a few hours, rinse and repeat for 16 straight days. We grinded our ass off. Our company made its annual budget in 16 days post Katrina, and then in November they were like, "Here's 2 weeks' pay, thank you." They flipped the format of the station. Condon and I left there that day, went to the pastime at 10 a.m. after the meeting, and we're doing Jack Daniel shots. Like, nobody knows that shit, but it's like people just think, "Oh, it just happened. Oh, Scone just yeah." Oh no, bro. Like, Scone's been at this shit for 19 years, man. Anyway. DM Gilmore Nightcap where it gets real. I told y'all, bro. Y'all ask me anything you want. But Seth Rushing asked me how long I've been in radio, bro. That's my passion play, bro. Like this profession is my passion, dude. It's the thing I love about it, it's the most intimate form of media. Where else do you get this? Where else do you get this? You don't get this on the evening news. You don't get this anywhere else, bro. You can get this in a fucking column in a blog. It's the only place you get this, man. Brandon, it's not always about being patient, it's about being a go. But my point is, like, yes, you have to have a degree of talent, but like if you do and you're patient, like you can have a career in this. Like you can make it. Most people just aren't patient. Mason Spillman, have you ever thought about recording a podcast and podcasting Morning Scone, Nightcap, or Whiskey and Wine? So we do podcast Whiskey and Wine. Haven't really thought about podcasting Morning Scone or Nightcap, no. I mean, I just let it live here, and it's what it is. It serves its purpose. Bob Simo, preach it, Matt. I'm in business 39 years. Yes, it's grind. Stick what you want. Here I am doing what I love every day. Awesome. I love it, Bob. I love it. Let's see. Like you said, Matt, people want to hear the truth, even if it isn't butterflies and rainbows. Even if they don't love it, bro. Like, that's the truth. Like, you may not always love what I have to say, but you know I ain't bullshit. That's the truth. Ronnie Dugas, what's good, man? Before you, Matt, I only listen to sports during football season. You make every day and every show interesting. Love the podcast. Thank you for all you do being a part of our lives. Thank you, bro. Shit, that's a great example, dude. Relationships. I met Ronnie at Calandro's a few years ago at the Rare Whiskey Raffle. I think he was in from Iowa. Ronnie, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but he was like working somewhere in the Midwest. Bro, we had a pour, we talked. I mean, like, and now that's a dude I see I see pop on here. You know, I know Ronnie. You know, I love it, dude. I love the relationships you form. Bengal Tiger, there's so many things on now. I sample way too many, but I gravitate to this show more than not. Keep on keeping on, Matt. One of the best at Real Talk for the People. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Randall Offracht. Love your shows, Matt. Man, I'm really not trying to just sit here and do like an ego play, I promise. I promise. I'm just like, y'all hit me on a passion point, so I went on a little bit of a tangent there. Danny Braywick, Pearl got 3. Did Pearl get 3-year show cause? I thought he got a 1-year show cause. He did get a 3-year. Good for you. I forgot it was 3 years. But look, Bruce Pearl's back in. And Will's going to get back in. But Bruce's offense wasn't awful. He threw a freaking barbecue for some recruits or something. His problem is he lied to the NCAA. Will's offense is a bit more egregious, you know. Chance Babin, what did E-Rock take harder, Will Wade or Kamara? Let me ask, Erica, come here. Stephen Walzak got hooked on AFR and Nightcap years ago. Now Hudco, Relief Windows, Pluckers, Calandros, boom. I love it, dude. Matt, are you watching this game? Which game are you talking about? Like, I mean, I'm watching Golden State Boston. You gotta be talking about a freaking NCAA tournament game. Someone said, which did E-Rock take harder, Will Wade or Kamara?
I was more shocked by Kamara because
You just can't believe he would do it
so happy.
because he's always happy and smiling and shit.
Well, wait. I mean, I was waiting for the shoe to drop or whatever,
Yeah,
ball
that's
to
true.
drop, whatever it is.
The shoe to
Shoot.
drop, yes. The ball to drop is on New Year's Eve when the ball
I
drops.
think that should be the expression then.
But no, that's just on New Year's Eve. That's not really the thing.
But it's like a big deal, so why wouldn't it always be a big thing? I feel like it should change it to that.
Oh, Rutgers and Notre Dame are in double overtime. Shit.
Yeah, so
That's what y'all are watching. So the Otter gave us Rutgers today as an Otter lock. It was Rutgers, 84-83. Let's go Scarlet Knights. I got Rutgers on the money line, y'all. Pick 'em. Let's go Rutgers. I I need to get my CBS Sports app on this. So I'm sitting here watching Boston Golden State in a blowout. So I need to get my CBS Sports app so I can watch March Madness, don't I? I need to get CBS Sports app on this TV. Because that's all streaming right here. Okay, I need to do that. I'll do that. All right, we might be just about done, dude. We've been at this about 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes. 163 still watching. Y'all are awesome, bro. 206. Hey, I tell you what, y'all can do me a favor. Seriously, I know say it, but like HUDCO, if you're a homeowner, business owner, commercial, residential, whatever, if you do us the honor of letting us come do a free, no obligation roofing inspection, that's huge. I mean, y'all know, like, I don't just endorse HUDCO. I'm a partner in HUDCO. Last year I became an equity partner in HUDCO. So it's that's not a 1 year, like that's a long-term, play for me and my family. And I'm proud to be partnered with great people, with Jeff and Sherry Hudson and John Michael Garcia up in Shreveport, Bossier, with Richard Tilley and Ryan Terrio, here in Baton Rouge. We got a great team. And, we're not the biggest roofing company, but we're, in Baton Rouge, we're a year old. But with the support of the North Louisiana crew, which has been around for 20 years, we're coming. And, our whole motto is, man, we do business with someone we treat people right. You can pick up the phone and call us. You can email me, matt@hudcoroofing.com. On a given day, shoot, you could have Terrio walking your roof. I mean, it's just, we're all in. All of us are all in. So, let's come do a roof inspection. That'd be awesome. HUDCoroofing.com. It's pinned in the comments. I'd appreciate it. So, typical gamer, what's up, my man? You're going to light up a cigar. I'm inside, man. Not going to do that inside. If I was outside, you're damn right I would. So, Notre Dame got the lead back. Crap. I got Rutgers on the money line. So how did it go? Like, was it going to like, obviously to get to 2 overtimes, there had to be some drama at the end of regulation and the end of the first overtime. Riley Ortego, there's a app that has every game. Yeah, no, it's like CBS Sports, but I gotta get it on this TV is what I have to do. I have a TV on in my office here, but it's all just streaming. So I need to get the app on the TV. I think it's CBS Sports app, right? March Madness on Demand or something like that. All right. Matt, you'll do roofs in St. Charles Parish, the whole state. Jay Brash, literally the whole state. We will 100% come to say the whole region that was affected by Ida. We've been all over that. So yes, 100% St. Charles Parish. If you neighbors, and I'll tell you, like if you or your neighbors still with Ida issues, like we'll come set up shop, put a crew in there and knock out your whole damn street in a week. Knock out everybody. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. 100%. 100%. If Deshaun doesn't go to Saints, where do you think he goes? Atlanta. I think it's Saints Falcons. All right, Riley Ortego, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm hanging on to see what happens at the end of this ball game. Y'all are kind of letting me. 41 seconds, Notre Dame up 2. Dang. Come on, Rutgers. Come on, I got money on Rutgers. Let's go, Rutgers. It's 11 o'clock. I need to get to bed. Yo, I need to go shower. I still haven't showered since I did my Peloton ride. I did my Peloton ride. I bathed Drew. I put on a clean shirt and came in, which is now dirty because I was sweating when I started. Now here. Dakota Lang, get T-Bob on Nightcap. Yeah, I don't think so, man. T-Bob, does morning radio. He ain't gonna do this at night. I see T-Bob enough. Steven Tucker, why would it matter now? They have NIL deals. We're deals with me. Because they didn't. And remember, NIL deals they're still a receivable. It's different than just paying a player. Matt Godwin, still waiting for you to come set my roof in Alabama. When we become licensed in Alabama, Stephen would love to, or Matt would love to do that. Let's see. Did this game end yet? Notre Dame's up 3. Oh well. I'm guessing it's not going to go well for me. All right, y'all. I think we're done. Gulf South had to get a lawyer to fight my insurance. Hopefully HUDCO can change my whole roof and just patch it. Gulf South. What? You need to catch me up on what happened. Like, I know you called us and we got you in touch with the right people and everything, but I didn't know what happened. I don't know where it's gone from when we talked, however many weeks ago that was. Insurance, bro. Run around, man. Let's see. Do you think the Saints will re-sign Quan Alexander? I do. But if not, I like what they did last year with Pete Werner. Pete Werner, when Quan got hurt, played really well. I think he's gonna be a really good starter in the league. Rutgers hit a 3 from 35 to tie it. I love it, dude. It's so good. Is this going to triple overtime? All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up, and y'all have a great night. And they lost. Oh. Notre Dame hit the game winner. Damn. All right, y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. Hey, on the way out, 157 still watching. I know there's some of you that haven't hit the like button. If you would, I'm telling you, it matters. It helps for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button, the little thumbs up. That's such a big help. Jared Chassoni from New Orleans. Born in New Orleans. Lived there. Was born at Lakeside Hospital. Lived in New Orleans East until I was 7. We moved to Baton Rouge in '89. Whole family's from New Orleans. Dad went to Brother Martin. Mom went to Holy Angels. One grandfather. Dad's dad went to Warren Easton. Mom's dad went to Jesuit. Yeah, whole family. Aunt that went to Mount Carmel. Another aunt that went to blank. Yeah, I mean, whole family is New Orleans, yeah. Oh, Ronnie, we first met at the softball. Like, God, that was when me and Erica were engaged. Oh, man. I remember that, dude. I remember that. All right, Jared, be good, man. Okay. Typical gamer, who do you think we're overpaying on the Saints? Well, I think they've been responsible with contracts, honestly. I mean, most people don't like the restructuring, but I'm okay with it. Is your dad Frank? No, my dad is Jody Moscona. But if there's a Moscona, we're related. You're right, Ronnie. Ronnie said you didn't say your age because you were young. That's true. When I was early in my career, I never said my age on air because I was afraid people would discredit me because I was young. And you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. All right, y'all. I gotta bounce. Y'all have an awesome night. Thanks so much for watching. How about this? We're 30 seconds away from 2 hours. I'm gonna say a 25-second good night. Drew's backpack's beeping. Thank y'all so much for watching. Love y'all. Very grateful to everybody who spends time here with us on Nightcap, who watches AFR, Morning Scone, all of it. And we'll be back mañana for Morning Scone. We'll see you then. Same time, same place. Well, not same time. Different time, same place. Peace. 2 hours. Peace.